Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and to the garden. Been a fantastic day today. Been out and working on a new project. Got quite a few new plants that I wanted to show you as well. Just show you the kind of progress, where we're at and kind of what we're doing. Basically, at the moment, I've had an unused area of patio. Essentially, it's been primarily was thought to be, I was going to use it as a greenhouse kind of staging, or even some sort of loungers and deck chairs, things like that. But again, I've never really used it. So essentially, I've just decided to do something different with it and change it, transform it into a kind of tropical jungle style border. Just before we kind of get out to that area though, just showing you camellia still in full flower. And one of the issues you do have with large flowering trees, as you can see, here's all the mess that's kind of gone into this little sort of pond area here, which you do need to get out before it kind of sinks and clogs the pumps. You can just see the moss has really colonized well onto this water feature here as we come out to it. Again, also just to show you, new fronds on the Dicksonia antarctica, some lovely big fronds coming out. Really excited to see this new 5-foot curved trunk come into action here, just as we come down this way. Now, another reason I wanted to kind of extend this little jungle area here is really just wanted to make it feel kind of really inclusive, you know, so that when you're in this area, it just feels like it was always here. Just love the kind of color pops we've got now with the Saxifraga. You can see down here, all the new ferns coming into life. Some fantastic, bright, zingy green. Chromium fortunei right here, really kind of, you know, doing its thing, looking fantastic. But without further waffle, let's come down to the area, show you the new plants, show you kind of what we're doing here. So as you can just see in here, and as I put it up on screen, we had the kind of patio that we did have in this area previously. Now you can see it is completely changed and different. Now this is not obviously complete at the moment, and you might be able to kind of figure out why. You can see these kind of indentations here. This will be a new pond. Now, kind of purpose for this is we are going to be moving the fish from the main big ponds, mostly into here and into the little ponds, as the other project that we're going to be working on and showing you updates on soon is our kind of new swimming pond area over here. But again, that's quite a long project, and we'll give you updates all the way through. But for now, just showing you this area. As you can see, decent sized sort of pond here, and what I'm trying to do is really kind of marry it in and make it seem like we are sort of connected to this pond. The way I'm looking to do that here is to run a log just over this bit here to about here, and then a stone here. What I'm going to do is bring the water level in this pond right up to the level of this one, so that again it almost looks like a log's fallen over the kind of ponds, and again giving us that kind of illusion here. Almost kind of fell back into here. But this one's nearly 2.5 to 3 foot deep. Got some decent sized side ledging here. And again, this will be the kind of little stepping stone if I do need to get across onto this area over here, especially in the winter for tree ferns and things like that. That will kind of be used for that purpose. But right, on to the plants that we've added. We've had quite a few sort of nice ones here. So really just to start, following on from we were just looking at, another one of the Crotomium fortunei ferns. Again here, lovely evergreen plant, hardy down to about -20 C. Been fantastic for me. Great following along from the area. I think that'll really pop. You can just see our next one next to that here. Now this is your rhododendron azalea star style, it says here. This is from Morrisons, and I'm trying to get that focusing right. And you can see I just really like the kind of leaf styling on it here. I mean, it's very small, and if you can see, it's almost like a, I don't know, it's got a very interesting kind of pattern on it here. Almost like hairs to it as well. Flowers look really interesting and lovely. Again, just not one I've seen before, so really wanted to kind of try this in this area. It is a dwarf variety, so with that said, it shouldn't kind of grow over too much and take away kind of our view into the pond area here. And once again, it's going to kind of stay shaded, so I'm kind of carrying on that jungle theme. As you can see here, now that is not a new plant. That's our Alocasia zabrinus, or zabrina. Almost got like a tiger striping. That one was in the house sort of for the year, for the winter, I should say. Lost kind of a lot of foliage, but we're getting that back out and starting to harden that off. Just coming around here, show you another one of the other pickups that we got from Morrisons. And you can just see here, this is your Eucalyptus azura. Again, another hardy evergreen, down to about minus 20 C, 15 pounds here this was. Just kind of a lovely structure to it. Now again, this shouldn't go as tall as like your standard large varieties. This is more of a dwarf variety, and with kind of reasonable pruning we should be able to keep that down. But I love the kind of blues that it's kind of bringing to this area here, alongside the kind of deep greens here. Next to that, we are going to be adding our Dixonia fibrosa. This was one I've had for a little while now. Once again, this one I might try planting in the ground. Should be hardy down to about -5, -6. So it may be one that I attempt this year. May leave it sunk in the pot and protect it. Not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do, but again, one that we're going to try and figure out. We've got all sort of summer to really work on that. Another one here, just spinning you around, is this Pieris. And I just love the kind of difference in color here, and I'll put up on screen a brief picture of my other Pieris that's in flower at the moment, and you can see the flower is just completely different. Not one that I've seen before. So this is your Polar Passion. Very interesting plant. This one was from Proudlea Plants, which has just opened up near me. Quite a good selection down there, and at some point soon we'll try and get in and give you a kind of little overview and kind of tour their kind of new garden center there. Also got a few other ones we're going to be checking out. But again, let me know on the path here, guys, what you think. These are just old roping and bollards. I've just put them in for now just to kind of get a feel. Again, I'm probably going to kind of go back and really kind of tidy this up, get a few new ones and a few new ropes. But just again, interested to know, you know, if you guys like this kind of look, if you think it kind of works in this area. If I take a step back, just to kind of show you the entrance and not fall over, get knocked over by the bamboo. Now this area all needs to be done, and you take all this out and straighten this path so it comes in nicely and marries up with that. But if we kind of ignore that for a moment, if you see here, this is the kind of feeling you're getting when you're coming into this area now. You're getting this kind of hopefully leading you down a path across the pond. As you can see there, you got the kind of path across the pond. So once again, hopefully kind of creating that journey. And the idea is, as you kind of come in here from the main part of the garden, you're going to be greeted with the water, sounds of the water. You've got that lovely palm tree there, the Trachycarpus that we saved. Got the big tree fern overhanging that. I think I'm going to speak with Hillside and almost tripped over there soon. At some point, probably later in the year, maybe even beginning of next year, we're going to get a big 3 foot, 4 foot, I think, for there. I'll get Lou to give me some good suggestions, because I think it could be a cool one again to have like a curved trunk like that 5 foot beauty we've got there. It's going to be coming into into fronds soon. Yeah, tree ferns don't flower, ferns don't flower, so yeah, that's an epic error on my part, sorry guys. Another one we've added here is your rhododendron, your purple pillow. Get this to focus, silly camera. Again, this is another B&M one, £6.50. Again, I just like the dwarf varieties on these. You can see the lovely little flowers. And again, I think in this area, it should hopefully let us kind of still see the bamboo. And again, kind of give us that low level kind of interest there. I do need to put a much deeper barrier on all the bamboo. That's another job I'm going through this year. Unfortunately, and I'll just show you briefly why this has come to mind again. And you can just see here the devils that are coming up here all along this line, so I really need to get in. You know, this is nearly a 2 foot deep barrier under here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down a lot further, I think. Really trench this out, but that's a job for another day. Coming back here, another one to show you is your Dixonia fibrosa, another one we picked up earlier in the year. I'm going to plant this. I'm going to keep it in its pot, sink it in the ground, and just kind of let that live there for the time being. Again, similar to the squarosa, that we will potentially once again be bringing these back in the winter time. Now here we've got our Lamandra grass. Again, I love the kind of structure on this. Hardy evergreen as well. I mean, I think for much lower temperatures it will be a perennial, but you know, for the most part it looks to be evergreen for my area. Pick this up, a B&M buy, £12.50. Again, you should be able to get this in most places, I would imagine. You can just see here, interesting, lovely variegation on that. Quite a thin style of sort of frond on that there, or a frond leaf, if you will. Quite nice, and I think it'll, again, fill in this area. Got a lot more planting to do under here. As you can see, we've got a lot of bare areas. I have kind of lifted this up, so I'm kind of channeling it. I'm probably going to lift these, dig these down, and I may even go with kind of 450s rather than the 600s here, and maybe some like gravel or something like that. But again, all ideas. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Certainly let me know, and any other kind of ideas you have for this area, once again, certainly let us know. But yeah, with that said, we'll be bringing you an update soon, so this is kind of like a part one, if you will. Once we get the liner in, gonna get all the stone in, get it all decorated, a few mosses and things like that, and you know, I think it should really kind of marry up, you know, with our existing kind of jungle area that we've got here, and our, again, the idea of a path kind of coming down this way. But with that said, yeah, thanks for watching. Check out the friends of the channel, be in the comment section below. See you on the next one.